This episode, this episode of the Slander podcast is brought to you by upcoming events that got us excited, and we got a cool guest tonight, so we didn't want to waste any time. We have Ian Williams of Rabbit Panda, formerly Indirect Threat, Autumn Graveyard,
Murder the Witness.
Murder the Witness.
Sounds
List
like
goes on and on.
Sounds like WTM News.
I'm a band whore.
You dirty little slut.
Hey.
But you were just recently added to the DFD show up in Watkins, right?
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
fuck yeah.
Fucking A. I'm glad we could finally let the cat out of the bag. Dog
Yeah, we've been sitting on it forever until we got confirmation.
Fuck
Oh my
yeah, it's the
gosh.
first time we've been able to talk about
Waiting
it on the show. Like,
you know, all
DFD,
the,
fuck yeah.
all the things to get ironed out.
Happy news.
But yeah, Slander will also be a part of that. We're supposed to be hosting it, me and him. Plus
Yeah.
he's playing in it.
And 2 bands.
Plus
that
DFD's
night.
gonna
Yeah.
be there.
That'd be fun.
Plus we get to watch
Interesting.
Cycle Stick too.
Plus we get to just have.
Oh
this
yeah, Psycho
really fun
Stick.
game.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
My beard.
And the Bunny the Bear
And we'll just have to have a good time.
for all of the Bunny the Bear fans.
That, yeah, exactly. It'd be great. All right. Oh, I love.
But
this
yeah, no, I'm
fucking show.
totally very overly excited. The moment that I even found out that DFD was back together and getting ready to write a new album, I was like, oh boy. Here
We talked to Todd on
Felt
the
like a new
podcast.
shitstorm hit the area. Like, oh boy,
Yeah.
we're gonna feel the tidal waves from that one. You know.
Well, I mean, like we talked to Todd on the podcast.
Big
down
long time
in-
fan.
down in New Jersey on Awesome Talk, and he did say they ended with like 85 grand on their like campaign raising for their new album.
What?
Yep. So they got 2 albums coming, and they're going to like the UK and shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So DFD's really like back for real.
That's the shit.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beauty of the internet.
About time for
Been-
them guys.
The fans
And they
can
work so
decide
hard.
who's, you know what I mean, worthy of getting the funding.
Yeah.
You cut out the middleman of some corporate
It's
douchebag
gotta
stepping
be
in and
that
telling
way
you.
nowadays too, because there's no money in it.
Yeah.
None of these metal bands that are touring around the U.S. are making.
But I think you can make money though, if you set up your if you become your own brand, kind of thing. Like you have your own .com and you self-distribute
Yeah.
and you promote yourself.
The
And
merch
it's
But
you
like,
guys have
you can't
coming
do
out.
it.
that way you
through
have
music.
complete creative control
Oh,
and do
yeah.
your own thing. I think if that catches on, I think if you're good, the crowd picks up on it. I've seen that with a few things that have come out lately. I mean, like fuck, look at DFD, 85
Yeah.
grand. Who would have saw that coming? They were
Yeah.
expecting like 30.
Well, I've seen.
So we're allowed to plug. The
I've
new
seen
Rabbit
bands,
Panda
good
merch?
bands, that just hadn't done enough touring. They
Mm-hmm.
didn't have a solid enough base, and got offered a record deal and
Mm-hmm.
jumped into a label.
Yep.
And the deal with
Don't I
the
know
music label is it's a bottomless pit.
Yep.
Yep.
And they'll throw you all the money that they want that they think they want to invest in you.
Oh yeah, but
And
you
they'll
know
pay
that.
for your record, they'll pay for your merch and shit.
Yep.
But when you tour
Yep.
and you don't sell, and you can't make that money back, you owe them all that
That
money.
money.
And
Oh,
if they
God.
freaking drop you and you're 500 grand in the hole, you're fucked.
Well,
Man.
and you know what's great about that is we kind of dropped them.
Then we're
as
seeing a
artists.
big
Can I
moment.
say that out loud?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we kind of just said, the internet is here. Fuck off. We don't need you.
That, we're
You're
seeing a big
middleman.
moment in history. The old
Yeah.
dynamic for distributing art was really detrimental to it. Like, did not encourage. People didn't trust the talent. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
when people are left to their own devices just to be themselves, that's when you get like the funniest shit. Really crazy music styles.
Yeah.
I mean, comedians that just are raw and don't give a fuck anymore. Like Stanhope pioneered the way of like
Yeah.
booking alternative ways to like do shows and just was like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. And then like we live in that age now where because of the technology and different companies and like the do-it-yourself shit, you don't need a brand behind you anymore. You just need to be good.
Now you got bands like DFD that
Todd is
have
they're
made
underrated.
themselves. They're so freaking underrated. Phenomenal artists. They got themselves a large enough fan base that they don't need a major record label or anything like that to
Yeah.
move on.
Yeah.
To keep putting out new music.
Yeah, and I like the dynamic of it. It encourages you to be like appreciative towards your fans, do cool stuff with them, interact with
Exactly.
them. It creates a whole other dynamic, and it becomes more of like an experience rather than just like some representation that's just a moneymaker, and there's like a distance between you and them, and you play, you're out the back door and do a limo and stuff. No, man, I'd rather be the guy that's out there talking to people, da 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 da.
Yep.
And because of the kind of stuff you represent, nobody's gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? Everybody's just gonna be like, holy shit, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And they're cool as hell like that too. You can walk right up to them in the club or the bar or wherever they're playing.
Yep.
And they will not shun you.
No.
They'll sit there and talk to you for hours.
Yep.
As long as he's got, as long as they got
it's
time.
Weird. I get all fanboy around him. I don't want to bug him.
I know.
It's gonna be like, hi.
I get
That's
that
why he's
too.
a good friend.
Awesome you're here.
He knows when
I'll
to
be over here
hold him
watching.
and know when to fold him. Cody's like a good partner in crime on the scene of the show or whatever, because he can handle his own in a venue and be like a dude I can just rely to hang out with without hanging out with every. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate even going into it. It just sounds douchey, but you know what I'm saying. Everybody's got to get away.
Yep.
You got to get.
I'm
away.
a wanderer by nature, though.
You know.
I wander around wherever the fuck I am.
I always find little alleyways and
around.
shit to warm up my voice and shit. Like I'll find.
Well, I like to
something-
meet people, find different conversations, just stumble into shit.
Yeah. Oh,
You
you
know.
do. You find people roaming
Yeah.
the parking lots.
I like
you
meeting
meet
new
strange
people, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's
People say
fun.
that to me all the
It's
time, and I'm
always
like, I
a
got
good
nothing
time.
on who you are. I know your
Yeah.
face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that could have been from
That's
like
nice. And
XYZ
music's
nights. You know what I mean?
Music's an outlet that everybody
connector.
has in common.
Yes. Well, so when you go to a big festival that everybody's into, nobody's acting like a douche.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like when you hit the right moments.
You get along
It's
great. I
awesome.
like to wander too.
Yeah.
As soon as the conversation goes stale,
Yeah.
I'll find a way to loop myself out of it.
Yeah.
Now I can
Get
move
the
on to
fuck
the next
on.
one.
Yeah.
Because you're smart. You know?
Yeah.
And you have
I refer
charisma,
to
you
it
know,
as
that's
like going Hunter S. Thompson on your night, where you just have this weird fucked up story journey. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah. At one point, I was talking to this dude, and he was telling me about his time in prison. I was like, what the fuck? Then I was talking to some chick who was crazy, and then I was over
Oh my
here,
God,
and
that
then
was a
this
crazy
fight
night.
broke out in front of me. Then I was over by the rave, and people were like covered in glow paint. I don't even know what the fuck was going on there. And you just keep going. You know what I
And
mean?
he was
You're like,
tinkering with his brain. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, well,
It's a
yeah,
fun time.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you don't, you have a good night. You don't get
It's
hurt.
fun.
Nothing happens, and
Yep.
you're just like, yeah, whoa, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I
I
think
love
everybody
Nick
needs
Stock,
that.
man.
It's
It's
called,
a place
called
away
having
from
fun, man. It's important.
Yep.
What the fuck else are you working for? You know what I mean?
That's why I love that we can announce also that we have our own night at Gush's coming up here weekly.
Yep.
And that's going to open so many doors for, like, because it's part open mic and part, like, we're hoping to have you guys on and stuff like that. And so it's going to be part established bands and artists and musicians and or comics and stuff, but part, sign up here. And it's like right at Gush's, which we were saying about Nick Stock. It's like my basement or whatever. It's my home away from home. Not necessarily because it's a bar, quote unquote, air quotes, but because it's like where my friends are at. It's a typical Cheers theme song, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody knows me.
I like the idea of having the comic stand-ups and stuff like that to step in too. Because
I'd say
they
like
don't
we're
have
trying
to
to
have anything
we're trying to like
that.
reinvent the
Yeah.
variety show, so to speak.
Yeah,
Because like
true.
even on the open mic, you could go up and do music shit. Like I want to encourage development of local talent, and you might just like out of 20, maybe only one of them, but one of them might blow up into a huge new influential local fucking entity and be, you know what I mean? So for every one of those, you could
dogs
get.
out. Sorry. I'm just breaking the ice on that one. Anyway, sorry,
going
man, got you off
crazy.
track. Yeah, go ahead. Well, I'm just fucking glad you agreed to come on our show. It's very cool, man. Thank you.
absolutely,
It's fucking awesome, Rad. And thanks for earlier today.
I was
and hanging
excited
out.
you asked.
I'm just glad that you're still open to, we talked months ago about Rabid Panda being on the DFD thing, but like with all things, you just keep a lot of things on the DL until you're ready to go pow,
Yeah.
So when we got talking earlier today, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's, you guys are still, oh good, nothing but a knuckle bump, like fuck yeah, all right.
Well, if anything,
We're on
experience
that shit.
just teaches you to get all your ducks in a row, then act on
Yeah,
it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
My
and
drummer
it makes
was
a guy
super
like me a little
excited, too.
psychopathic, but it's fun,
Because
Like,
it's his birthday.
oh, that's great news, man.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
It's awesome.
It's gonna be a fun
He was like,
night.
because I didn't even, I hadn't mentioned it to anybody yet.
Mhm.
Because, with what we had talked about before and not letting the cat out of the bag too
Right.
early and making sure everything was in stone.
Mhm.
And so when that got posted on Facebook and Twitter and wherever else it ended up today,
Oh, it's
I
everywhere.
sent a personal
Retweeted.
test. He was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm good for that. Yeah, thanks for asking."
Yeah. That's how you usually feel in a band. It's like, who let the fart out of the fucking what? What are we doing tomorrow? We're playing with who? Oh, that's cool. All right, whatever. Let me go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Wake me up when it's showtime.
He's like, yeah, because okay, we all have jobs and stuff
Of
too.
course, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. You guys are weekend warriors, but I'm so happy to hear you talking about it today. You know, we just
Well, you
were
probably
posting
got good
about your band and
perspective.
stuff.
How long you been in the local music scene, would you say?
I'd say probably close to 15 years.
Jesus.
Yeah, that makes sense because it was about 5 years into my, well, I got 20 something into it, but yeah, like around that 7 or 8 year mark, you guys just.
So you've seen
You
definitely
got, like I said,
evolutions
you were like,
and
what,
peaks
14, 15?
and
Oh,
valleys
yeah,
of this
and
local scene.
you got into it so young, dude, and that sounded dirty, but you got into it awful young, dude, you naughty bastard. No, you really did. I mean, you were, for me, you know, I was like watching this kid. I'm sorry to sound kind of
Oh, I
tiny,
was
but
really young.
it was so rad though, because you had that spunk that I had at that age. Like, nope, I'm fucking just doing it with 2 middle fingers in the air, like, you know, suck it, you know, whatever, I'm doing it, you know. Just and now your band is so tongue in cheek and funny.
That's
and
all it was.
you're like a comic metal artist. It's fucking rad. It's like perfect for what we're doing with our show here and shit.
I just, for some reason, one day
Ooh, that's
decided that
fucking smooth.
I was going to invest a couple $100 in a practice PA and just see what I could frickin' do. And I knew a couple other guys that, you know, could play guitar and drums
yeah.
and stuff. And,
Yeah.
That's the way shit
and they were
happens.
all
I love those
they
fucking
were all
stories.
dinking around with side projects. I was like, well, maybe I can snake my way into one of those and let, you know, because just love for the music. And yeah,
Yeah.
who would have thought?
No, exactly, and that's why, like, I mean,
How many great opportunities have we had? How many
yes,
great
I have
freaking
no
times
regrets.
have we
Is what I was
had?
gonna say exactly. Do I have some rad stories that might make people's hair on their back of their neck stand up? Sure, but I have no regrets, my friend. I wouldn't trade it for the world. Just like my own son, flesh and blood. You know, it's just a part of me. You know, and I hold it very near and dear. Like, yeah, I did that shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to brag about it, but there it is. You know, whatever. Pick away at it. I'm moving on to something else. That's how you've been with your career too. Like, yeah, next. That band was cool. Next, you know, and not in a mean way. I mean, I know the backstories of some of these things, but you just kept trucking, man.
Yep.
Now you're here with Rabid Panda, just kicking ass still, and looking all fucking ripped and shit. Like, damn, what the fuck happened, boy? Who gave you some corn?
I started taking care of myself, and that's about as simple as it gets.
Yeah,
Went all like
It
Henry
really is.
Rollins and shit.
yeah,
I'm
he's a
just
good
fucking
example.
playing.
He's a little too serious, maybe, but you know,
Yeah.
I love Hank. He's
I'd
cool.
say you're more laid back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
No, you know, people, you know,
More
I mean,
tolerant,
you
perhaps.
gotta evolve. I mean, I personally myself, if it was 10 years down the road and I looked and I was the same person I am right now, I'd feel like I failed. You know what I mean? Holding on to shit is unhealthy. It's just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta, like, you might have wanted it to go one way, but like the reality of the situation is this is how shit works. So do whatever you can in that vein. That would
Yeah.
be like what I take from what you guys have done.
Mm-hmm.
When I
No.
was like see people that have like grinded it out for 15 years because you understand that principle and fucking just keep going. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Evolve, do different things.
Embrace the change,
Yeah,
or wither in misery.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you can draw. It's bad metaphor, but whatever. You can, like, you know, get engulfed in your own necrosis or whatever. You know, you're eating away at your own brain, so to speak. It happens.
Yeah.
We call it just unraveling yourself. You have to sometimes, or defragging your hard drive is a nice metaphor. You know, sometimes you just gotta do that.
No, I'm all for it. I've seen different things that I've been inspired by growing up where people just evolve and change the dynamic, and you know, it blows
Yeah.
your mind. You're like, you know, you look at someone like Maynard from Tool and how he's done that, A Perfect Circle, and if you
Yeah.
listen to the stuff from Pussifer, and you know, what I
Oh,
mean, like
geez.
all the different stuff he's just randomly worked on. You're like, Jesus Christ,
Mm-hmm.
how much can
Yeah.
one dude put out? That's why we like Todd Smith. Look at all the bands he's
Yeah.
in: Knives Out,
Yeah.
El
Polka
Creepo,
Dot Cadaver.
you know,
Yeah.
everything. Polka Dot Cadaver,
Fucking
Don
like
Fisher
Pat.
Disco.
Yeah, oh god, so glad.
Yeah.
Sorry, we already did the DFD dick sucking session. We
Mm-hmm.
can talk about something else for a minute.
No,
I
but
guess.
that's I mean like just listing off examples of people who work in multiple
Yeah.
areas
Yeah.
and just continuously like produce shit.
It's-
And it's kind of cool because I think it represents people like people are complex, man. There's different sides to your personality. I'm sure some stuff you would write wouldn't fit for like the band you're in, but like you could probably use it somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
might
If you
sound
wanted
funny,
to work
but I think
on
we all
it.
have idols too. Like, I dare ask, like, without sounding like it's some fucking teen idol magazine, but who are your idols, Ian? You know, like, I have idols. You know,
Yeah, who'd
people
you-
who I aspire to that have made me do better choices. Like Todd Smith is one of the guys who I like aspired like, but he's my age, you know. But who are like some of the people you deemed?
As I grew into going from like when I was younger, obviously I only knew so much, and my father was always real big on what is considered classic rock.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your Led Zeppelins, your Black Sabbath, and all your
yeah.
old school, which we
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
considered to be some of the original starting influences of what metal is now.
Mm-hmm.
And my musical tastes changed and grew as I got a little bit older and got more into underground music and stuff like that. Of course, I always loved Pantera.
Yeah, fucking A, bro.
So you got your Phil Anselmos and
yeah.
Tool.
I think you're a
and,
Clutch fan, correct? A little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Neil Fallon. I got mad admiration for
Who the
that
fuck
man.
doesn't like Clutch though? Like really?
Yeah, they really have captured a broad
Some
audience.
people don't.
I know.
Some people don't. Yeah.
But usually, like those people though, you can find like one Clutch CD that they'll tolerate. Even that.
Mastodon.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah. Oh, those boys.
Let me tell you what.
They put out
When
some real great
Mastodon
records,
first started
man.
to get real popular, I heard the buzz about them,
Mhm.
and I was young and ignorant,
Look, huh?
and I just wanted to hate on everything.
Yep.
Anything that anybody else freaking already knew about before I knew,
Yeah.
or was starting to become somewhat popular.
Yeah.
I never even listened to their music, and I was hating on them. I didn't
Yeah.
even know who Mastodon
I know that
was.
mentality. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
People
Yep.
do that a lot. I mean, growing up, like music was all
And
I
they're-
had, so I was
they're
always looking for new
unbelievable.
shit. You know what I mean? Like I had a different mentality. Like it was just by like luck of the roll. You know what I mean? Like
Yep.
I had music. I wasn't a musician myself either, so you know what I mean. I'm always looking for new, interesting. You know what I mean? Crazy shit. But people do that a lot, and it sucks because I feel certain bands don't get the credit they deserve because of like just say their name. Like we talk about Every Time I Die all the time, and I think just because of that name, people are turned off.
Yeah.
I love that.
But
fucking
that band
phenomenal.
is fucking
Oh,
insane.
it's
You know what I
so
mean?
good.
Just
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
you're like,
We went and
holy
saw 'em.
shit, man. And like
Keith Buckley is a lyrical genius.
genius, yes.
yeah.
First of all.
It's the tongue in cheek on a level that's like nobody's doing that,
No.
man. And they've been around about like I mean, like they must like be your guys' generation almost. So they've been around for like 15, 16 years. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's just what I mean, evolution. I
Yep.
don't know.
And I got there was a phase where I still kind of am into a lot of the underground hardcore scenes and stuff like that with like
it's the one
bands you
you're
never
into.
hear about. Vision of Disorder.
Not
I was
LOA.
huge
VOD,
on.
that was it right there.
Yep,
right
VOD
off my tongue,
back in
man.
the day. Tim Williams.
God damn.
Loved the shit out
What
of
did they turn
them.
into? They did what did they turn? Blood something.
Blood Simple. I
Blood
think.
Simple. We played with them at the old
Yep.
haunt. Yeah. Oh god.
They just got back together too.
Yeah.
Past year or so, and they just
That's
put out a new
right.
album, and it's as good as anything I've heard
Fuck
by
yeah,
them.
it is. God
Fucking
damn.
badass.
And then
Yeah.
you got bands like a lot of underground hardcore bands that people don't even know about, like 25 to Life.
Yeah. Jesus. I mean, even like Life Agony,
Agnostic
although they
Front,
went the
even though
weird
they're fairly-
way, but yeah.
they're-
LOA kept on for 25 years. I was like, 25th anniversary. How did that happen? That makes me feel old as dirt. You know. You know what I'm saying? Sorry,
Yep.
bro. Didn't mean-
Freaking Henry Rollins
Yeah,
band.
yeah, yeah. Jesus. Oh, and
grew
before
up.
that, it was what was the? Help me out here, bro. Before Henry Rollins, he had it was like more punk. Before he went off and did his own. Fuck it, doesn't matter.
For me, growing up, it was like I remember like Power Man 5000, Mega, Kung Fu Radio, like the real old shit. Eminem, Limp
I
Bizkit
love
was there
Eminem.
because I was like 13 when that shit came
Yeah,
out.
look
I'm
at
old.
Eminem now. Holy shit.
Yeah,
I know,
what a
God,
legend,
dude.
man.
There's another lyrical genius.
Oh my god, yeah, he can.
And he
bite.
was I think he was one of the
They always made me laugh. That's why
first
I always loved
artists that,
Made me laugh
as
hard.
offensive as he was,
Yeah,
made it on a mainstream level.
it. Yes. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Like, you can't even touch him.
Uh huh.
Well, he knew how to do it. He just like somebody gave him the keys and he figured it out. you know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yep, pretty much. Yeah, just run with the ball. You know,
He's doing like what Tech Nine said he was gonna do. He's like, I'm gonna make mainstream go me,
Mhm.
and that's kind of like how Manson did it, and that's how Eminem did it. A lot of people from that like '90s era really, like there's a lot of
Yeah.
influential shit that like Tool just did whatever the fuck they wanted. Oh, we're gonna wait 10 years to put out an
Yeah, you
album,
just got a
and when we put it
backstory
out,
from
you'll
all
worship
kinds
it
of,
like we're fucking gods.
dragged from the dungeons of whatever, you know, without going into any detail. You know, we all have that weird thing that we talked about earlier. It makes the diamond, you know, it's a pressure that makes the diamond or whatever. That sacrifice, and it makes us kind of twisted sometimes.
No, yeah.
You know
That's what I mean,
exactly
like,
what
I
I'm talking
lived
about,
through-
that suffering.
But that's what I mean. Like I lived through like all
Frickin-
like the
who would've thought
censorship
frickin-
and the crazy political hysteria, Columbine, 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
I was like
Who'da
in high
thought
school when all that
Dave
shit
Brockie
was
gonna
done.
die at age
that-
50.
Yeah. that was a
Speaking
big
of
hit.
Yeah.
offensive.
Yeah, offensive. It's called Slander. Go ahead, man.
Shit.
Ride that tide.
Oh man,
Go for it.
Guar was
Oh,
very
yeah.
influential.
They would just splatter people with whatever they
Yep.
wanted to, wherever. From.
I can remember watching an old episode of and I'm pretty sure you can still see it on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's an old episode of Jerry Springer when they had a bunch of teenage kids on the show, and they had Guar and
yup.
Gigi Allen.
Yup, I fucking remember
And,
that. Oh my
yeah,
god.
And they brought all the
Totally
kids'
remember.
parents in to
Yeah.
tell these people
Yeah.
just how they're ruining their children's lives with their...
Oh my god. Did you ever see the Marilyn Manson on Phil Donahue when they were bitching about mosh pits
Yeah.
and like violent music and like Twiggy and Manson are on stage and Twiggy's got like just like a cassette recorder with a ridiculous shit taped on it, and to like cut Phil Donahue off, he just like would hit play and like look at him and not say a word. It's dude, they went on that show and gave that show like the biggest middle fucking finger, like fuck your talk show brainwashing bullshit. You know what I mean?
And looking
you
back,
grimy old fat douchebag.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like-
and looking back over the years now, we have the chance to reflect on it. It's like, wait a minute, you did the story on the fucked up weird guy that cuts himself and shit. You got the story about the fucked up guy that weird cuts himself and shit. You got another story about the fucked up girl with the E and the E kids in New York City. How long are we gonna ride this cycle of like just news media in our head, like do.
No, what's
like,
fucked is take all
get
these bad stories and then compare to them to the
taking artists
population
and hanging them up
statistics
on- yeah,
and see
you're
how rare the
crucifying
instances
them.
actually are. And it's
Yeah.
like really 2% of people like this shit happens to, but there's like 2% is like a million people.
Yeah.
So like the news has got like a million fucking stories. You know what I mean? To just keep
bounce you around.
slinging to you
Keep you
24/7.
Yep.
And how the fuck do we even get down
Like-
this rabbit hole?
Because
I
we
don't
love
know.
to talk about the establishment or lack thereof.
Yeah, I have problems with authority.
Yeah. That's why, again, your band is a great takeaway. You know, like I can listen to some Avid Panda and get a chuckle and be like, fuck it, let the world burn. Just walk away with a cigarette. Go, flick.
Yep.
Yeah, have a laugh. It's all
Yeah,
good.
I like
It's a
stuff with
joke.
that
It's
vibe that's
fun. You
like,
gotta have a
because
laugh.
fuck you, that's why. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
why? Because I can.
Because
you know
I
what
can
mean?
say that. Because it's a noise I make with my mouth hole where I put my food, you know? I'm gonna take fucking shit.
I've always been a fan of like hyper offensive shit, though. You know, I mean, my comedy taste, Doug Stanhope says some of the most raw shit you'll ever hear a human being say ever.
Well, you said
Like
before,
so
Cody.
honest, like
Yeah.
ooh, and like he's even got a joke where he's like, it's like we're going into combat and you're not all gonna be here at the end. You know what I mean? Somebody's
Yeah.
walking out pissed off tonight.
No,
But-
it's like you said before. It's like you learn how to focus that, and then you got the key to the car, so to speak, like you guys were talking, and then running with the ball. Because if you are just throwing that shit everywhere, you know, like Doug said in his one
Yeah.
bit there, like, no, I'm not like that all the fucking time. I have a real life where I'm happy and I
Yeah,
do
that's
other
why you
shit.
get on the stage to
I
begin
get on
with. You get that
and
shit out of you.
Yeah, that's
you
what
know?
this show does for me. I can have a place other than the art and the music bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I could just be like, here, I could be like, fuck, shit, blah, 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 whatever. But, and save it up, you know, and be like, fuck it, it's a joke. It's fun.
Yeah.
I like this. 'cause
Get
it is
over it.
fun. Yeah, it's fun.
That's half the problem with the damn world today. People are too fucking sensitive.
What video did you guys decide to run with for your band? Did you choose what video he was going to be on our show?
Oh, Meat Muzzle?
Oh, Meat Muzzle, that's right, the lyric one.
Yeah, we
Cool.
got a lyric video.
I'm glad you
for-
decided on that one, bro. That's fucking cool.
If there's, yeah.
Yeah, so at some point, what they're talking about is, we actually, in a minute here, we're just going to take a coffee break because I need it anyway. In post-production, I'm going to stick in their lyric video for Meat Muzzle from Rabbit Panda so y'all can see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
And we'll tag everything else to this show that we've been talking about with DFD, Psycho Stick, and a couple other local bands. Chemical Halo, Brad's band will be there, his new band.
Heck yeah.
Maybe somebody else that I don't want to say yet, but maybe.
It's that sitting on it thing again. Just sitting on it for a minute.
Slander Boys always got something going on, but
We don't
you know.
try to be a cock tease, we just are.
No, yeah, nice. You're always waiting on somebody else. You know what I mean? It's like patience. It's a motherfucker. But, you know, it's worth it because, you know, we get to do cool shit.
Yeah.
Talk to cool people. Hear good music. It's worth it.
It is.
But, we'll be back. We're back.
Hey.
I'm still here.
Yeah, we're still here, Ian. We're so fucking
Professional.
professional.
Stay in the
We're just
basement.
talking about
Jesus,
it.
Ian. I'm
We're
like,
just
stay
talking about it.
down.
We're like so professional,
Dude,
this
we got
motherfucker.
locked in like a 3-story fucking compartment down
Yeah.
the hole. And that's where you really are right now, by the way. There we have a microphone down a giant well. How are you down there?
It puts the lotion on his skin.
Yes, jacket. That's how Wild Bill did it. Oh, shit. All right.
So what should we talk about?
Hey, whatever the fuck you want. You're the guest.
Well, that's the way to do it.
Creative
Do we know what
control.
we're doing? What, you got any ideas? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Who hired this ass chick? All right.
No, I don't know. I would say, what's your opinion of like the current local music scene, like overall at the moment?
It's not bad.
Not bad. Alright.
I would say probably close to, 12, 13 years ago when I really got into my first, band and we started playing shows on a regular basis and stuff. The scene around here was phenomenal. You could just go out on a weekend and people would go out and do shit.
Douche it.
People would go out and douche the shit out of shit, and they would
Large
douche
groups.
it. And
Well, now they're just
It
terrified, sit home and do nothing.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
Watching the internet.
now I would
around.
have to say
Scary.
that
I can't do things.
it's almost as if technology has gotten to the point where it has destroyed social life altogether, and it's hard to get people to come out of their houses. You know, you're there, they got their little cliques and stuff. And that's their weekend freaking bar hopping group, and it's become entirely too difficult, even with all the promotion and all the hard work the bands put in, you know, to draw a regular crowd.
I think the elephant in the room that we often talk about on this show is like, it comes down to the fucking dollar, and that's sad. It hurts me to say that, but there's a case of that going around, and that's why like he's brought some new technology to my brain with this like Bitcoin and shit like that. Now we're talking. If we can transfer the currency to the internet, now we can really start working like worker bees, because we're in control of that nectar. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what the revolution's about right now. Is
that's what it's coming to.
We're taking the nectar back. You're done playing mom and dad. You fucked this marriage up long enough. Get the fuck out of my house.
No, you're looking at everybody like, who the fuck let you in charge? Like,
Yeah,
you have
fucking dipshit.
fucked this up. Like, how much plastic's in the ocean?
How
How much nuclear shit's leaking over here? How much oil's spilling over here? What the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, we're gonna kill each other over what? And you're like, I don't know, political agenda and oil. What? No!
Welcome to Happy Land.
No!
And that's what it is.
Build some goddamn solar panels and get over it. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Everything's
we have a
based
big
on
sun.
currency.
Yeah.
He's all
And
grown
that's
up.
exactly like what I was saying
It
earlier.
reflects our ability to have fun.
Off air was even with Facebook now, what used to be an open, you know, source of media to the public.
Yeah.
Even they've gotten to the point where they're regulating everything.
Censorship.
Censorship.
Sadly.
They're regulating
Because they want you to pay for exposure.
exactly.
So they can move the dollar again.
Yeah, I know. I'm going
Rat
through the same
race,
thing
it's like,
myself
oh.
with my own page on there. I feel your pain.
Jeez.
It's bullshit.
And it
But I
makes
think
us have
through,
to look like
I really
skis
think through interconnected, like,
to survive.
you know what I mean? People cooperate with each other and support each other. Like, you can, if you know, share around stuff, you can beat that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we
You
can
know,
become
you
more
can
of a
get the
global
hits you need
nation
and like
once.
get your exposure. But like, you know, just have a simple ethic. Like, if it's got to be something you're into, like, I'm not gonna like work with somebody that I'm like, you know, I don't fucking care about this person. No, I want to like the bands that I see when I go out. You know what I mean? Like, that's the ones I want to talk to. I mean, I've seen you guys a million times. I've seen King Snyder. I've seen, I don't know, name it from around here, because I've been at like everywhere, from like when the venues changed from like the amp, and then the dude got stabbed, and everybody started going here, and then like the thing has just warped and been weird. And then, you know, I've done the haunt shows and stuff. So, you know, there's a wide variety of shit around here. There's a lot of cool people that are doing their thing. You know what I mean? They have, like, when they play, it's a good fucking time, you know?
Yep.
But
Connectivity is awesome too, because
I've also been to a few shows where I'm like, oh, God.
just so I
Like,
don't
what am I doing
sound
here?
like a douche,
This is
you
awful.
know.
Yeah, I'm just
There is a
going to get
part that's
hammered.
not about money. Let's remember that.
I'm just going to get drunk. I'm going to get drunk enough for them to sound better.
It's created. It's bigger than money. I think you and
Such
I
a
both
douchey thing to
after,
say.
you know. Sorry,
Yeah,
I cut you guys off. I apologize.
If I had to give any kind of advice to any, you know, underground local bands anywhere, as far as promotion goes, if you are really interested in investing in what you got going on, instead of playing the corporate freaking game
Yeah.
with Facebook and paying all these internet companies that want to freaking get paid to regulate, you know, how much exposure you're getting.
Yep.
YouTube is definitely the best way to go. Invest your money into music videos.
Yep.
People would much rather
It's
watch
the
a
new
music
TV,
video.
like radio.
It's entertaining.
Fucking awesome. Yeah.
Instead of just having the audio there, they get the visual perspective.
That's what I
and they
mean,
can
like,
see what you're
I
all
don't
about.
curse it.
Technology is
I just
good,
I
too.
see them changing
There's
it already.
simple-
And it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
There's simple tools you could invest in on the internet that really makes it easy for you to distribute your material. We've just gone through it by getting our own RSS feed with Libsyn, which, by the way, we'll plug that. Slander
There's
with a
ways
3.
around it.
Slander with a 3 instead of the E. Libsyn. You know, whatever. Go check it out. First 4 are up. We'll have more later, but you can download them for free as MP3s. Until then, You know what I mean? Like, we're going the iTunes route, but we're waiting for verification. Like he said, like, there's creative ways to distribute your shit for free.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? Like, that's what I would be about if I'm from a small town and it wasn't a local scene. I would just want to just put good shit out. That should be your motivation, and then hopefully shit catches fire for you.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know.
Well, hey, I hate to switch up the topic, but I was fucking checking out your tattoos earlier. Dude, I've seen them evolve over the past, like, 35 years or whatever we are, and I'm just like, fucking hey, kiddo, you're covered in tattoos now, like myself, and I'm just like, how the fuck did that happen? So will you tell us a little bit about some of those? I see you got some Patrick on the elbow there.
Oh,
That's a fancy one
yeah.
there you got.
Yeah.
Tell us about your tattoos, bro.
I got a lot of random shit. It's like, a lot of my tattoos are my own personal reminder of not to take life too serious.
That's a really good idea.
I got
like
some
that.
real random shit, and it was all for fun. It was all on the fly kind of ideas.
Yeah.
I bounced some ideas off of my artist, Brian Stanton,
You're
down
work in
at
progress,
Strong
so to
Arm
speak. Yeah.
Tattoo.
Yeah.
Great freaking guy.
You meet
Does
people.
great work.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's absolutely hilarious. So, you know, I started out with the freaking, I wanted to get a blue duck.
A blue duck.
You know, Billy Madison.
Every man needs a
You
blue
never
duck.
saw a blue duck before. I wanted to see a blue duck.
God Christ, I wish I
So
could say blue like you. I want to say blue like you, Ian. God damn it.
So he started with that, and then actually while he was working on it, I was like, you know what? Let's make him a king quacker and put a crown on this motherfucker. So he freaking drew a crown up on him and put that on, and he's like, what's a duck without a duck stash?
Gotta have a duck beard.
Yeah, so now I got a freaking, now I got a freaking...
So that's what the blue is there, and I see you got a
Yep.
banner that says something with a
I got a
rose.
blue duck with a freaking crown and a mustache, and I got Where's Waldo fucking hidden behind him in the background of
If we felt like
what
this,
started out
badass.
as...
you got photos on the internet from
Yup,
your tattoos?
I do.
Okay, cool.
And
Go ahead, sorry.
he freaking...
No, don't worry.
So
like, all
he's
his
like-
shit will be tagged. People can find
So
him.
once
Yeah,
we
that's
do
cool.
that, he
Awesome.
was like, "Wow, that was kind of fun. Actually, that was the most
That's
fun I've had
badass,
doing a
dude.
tattoo in a while." So
Yeah.
he's like, "So what's your next one gonna be?" And I was like,
There's a rush.
"I want the most outrageous,
Uh,
gayest
put a
tattoo
butthole on my butt.
you can even freaking think of."
Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, I want a rainbow fucking unicorn right on the inside of my arm. And he's like, how about a rainbow 6 unicorn? Kind of like the video game, like just throwing stupid shit
Dude,
out
can
there.
we see it? Can
Yeah,
you show
sure.
it? Fucking hey, you're a fucking quacker.
So he put
You're an ass.
so he put the night vision goggles and shit
Oh
on
my
the
God.
unicorn like the Rainbow 6
That's
fucking
awesome.
video game.
Yeah.
And
so
it
cool.
ended up only having one freaking ocular point on the freaking
Yeah.
on the night vision goggles. So now it's a fucking cyclops, freaking
Like you said-
rainbow zombie zebra corn
Exactly.
is what it,
But it's yours, and that
Yeah.
was the point you were getting at. Like, you're a work in progress, and your tattoos are just like yours. It's like your connection with some certain things here on our, our experience, our perception of whatever relativity, and it's like this thing that just keeps moving and molding and changing over time. And so I think that's a cool metaphor for the tattoos that expand like that.
yeah.
So what you got over here on this forearm, is that, I can barely
This?
see that one. Yeah.
That was
That's a-
my very first tattoo.
Is that what, not
Yep.
a music note in that?
Nope.
Wow, that's what I see in that
It
triangle.
kind of does, doesn't it?
Upside down this way. It looks like a bass
All
your
it is
way.
is it's interwoven roses with a little tribal on the outside around the edges.
That's fucking slick, dude.
For background work.
That's
And
awesome.
actually, that was my very first tattoo, and I got it done with my father. He got a tattoo at the same
Oh,
time.
cool.
He got a Celtic cross and stuff, and it was kind of like
It's
a
a
bond.
memory
It was a
now.
bonding
Fuck
experience,
yeah,
you
bro.
know. I'm like, freaking, I'm
Remember
growing
that?
up. I'm becoming a man. I
Yeah.
got pubes and shit now.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Dad.
Fucking tattoo.
Let's get some tattoos together.
Right. No,
Take a shower, clog the drain, like a
No,
dog.
I'm envious, man. Like, I'm wanting to get my first one soon. I'm going right on the inside of the arm. I'm going Gonzo Fist, Hunter S. Townshend shit.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that's
So I can just
slick.
look down
Yep.
there, but like, yep.
So I just, I embrace change in
So are you a
life.
Satan worshiper? Because I see a pentagram down here. That,
Yeah, no.
You know what that means? You like the devil.
No, actually.
Oh, there's one in your shirt too.
Well, I was quite a bit younger, and
Here comes
freaking
Satan. Sorry.
White Zombie was popular at the time.
Oh yeah,
I got all the little demon dudes off the freaking the Devil Music Volume 1 now.
Oh, that's cool, man.
From the White Zombie record.
That's
and I got
awesome.
it in a collage with a bunch of, all the different musical instruments and some fucking pistols and what have you.
Badass,
metal shit.
Yeah,
Badass.
cool, man. Very fucking cool.
When we were in using Pandora for a while, we used the White Zombie channel a lot.
Fuck yeah, dude. Oh, God. It's just, they got Helmet on there. They got fucking...
There's a lot of
Some
good
Helmet, there's a band I haven't heard in a while.
a lot of that on there.
Dude. That's the kind of music you can walk to, and that's coming from a guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to sing that next part, because he proved that you can sing like shit and still rock.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like, awesome.
You gotta love
if
that.
he can rock, then I can certainly do it. I mean, no, I say that with love because I am seriously what's his Hamilton or whatever his fucking name is there. Obviously Betty is like my go-to fucking Helmet album, but even like what's the first there? Meantime, yeah, dude, you know that shit's sick. I see you got Suicidal Tendencies on.
He paved the way, man.
You just want a soda? Is that all you want, Ian?
Just one Pepsi?
Just
Just one Pepsi?
I'm not gonna give you one.
This is
I have
like-
Pepsi, but you're not having it.
All he wanted was a Pepsi.
No, you're not having my Pepsi. I want to see how crazy you can get. I'm fucking sorry, man. Anywho, dead air.
What was I supposed to do with that?
Next topic.
I was
please.
lost. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm just watching this go down right now.
Oh shit.
So yeah, whatever. Means something to them, I guess.
Well, I didn't realize. Actually, I'm sorry, but I do have to ask because I was just bullshitting because he came over for no reason today and we were hanging out earlier and nonsense. So I was looking up Rabid Panda and I was like, well, I hope they have the YouTube, and I forgot you guys did the lyric video.
Yep.
And I didn't realize how many fucking live shows you guys have. The few I looked at.
Yeah,
were
we
just
had a
like
couple live ones
really
on there.
HD, and you're fucking all, of course, shirtless and all yelling at everybody like a lion, all, fuck you, I'm badass, and you're not, Sorry, man. Anyway, I was like, yeah, dude, ripping, bro. Awesome videos. I don't know who's
We
doing
had a couple
some of
going.
that stuff.
We just got back from Philly. This last weekend we went down to a place called 60 East.
Cool.
And the sound and the lighting and everything was fantastic. The venue itself was real nice.
Mhm.
And the sound guy was on point. The dude, he knew his
It's
shit.
nice to
and,
work with
everything.
pros,
Yeah.
man.
So that made
Yeah.
the recording quality itself
Yeah.
even better.
Because as an artist,
you
you
could
can let go
actually,
more.
We've
Yeah.
done a lot of underground shows and stuff around here where
Yeah.
the system might not have been immaculate,
Yeah.
but the size of the venue is small enough that you don't need a whole lot of juice in a place like that. And it's
Yeah,
so-
no,
just-
yeah, you're being
it's
smart about it.
overpowered.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, because I hate when it's too much and it just sounds like shit. Like I used to remember, like my biggest beef with the amp is just like a lot of times it's too much and it would sound like dog shit.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, I can't even hear the singer, bro. Why? So it's just like a wall of distortion.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
it was like that like cove in there.
But
and
that's
shit.
when you got the band should know enough.
Yeah, that's what
that-
I did see shows there where they were all right.
If
though,
you
know
know
what I
it's going to be pushing it,
mean? Yep.
you guys should know to be able to turn down
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
compensate.
Yep. Check their levels and be able to compensate for that.
Listen up,
Well,
newbies.
some of
He's
them
dropping
from
knowledge.
early on, yeah.
Explaining how you do it. It's called learning, I guess. You know?
Well, you can count on Slander for some tips on all kinds of, that kind of shit. But
Yeah.
yeah,
There's
working
definitely
with
a
guys
learning
like
curve
John
whenever
Ryan,
you
for
start
instance,
something
you know
up,
what I'm
and
talking about. With Summer Skate, John Ryan.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, hell yeah.
how fucking pro can you get?
You know?
I mean, he hurt my wallet, but that's what you gotta, you gotta pay up to get the shit.
Yeah.
I'm noticing, I don't know if it's just because I know the right guys, or I'll just say that as I've progressed, I've noticed the sound price and the quality's gone like in a good direction.
Yeah.
Like we're getting a
Well,
substantial
technology's
difference,
getting cheaper, and you can get
Yeah,
better
exactly.
equipment for
Good
less
point.
money. So
Mhm.
for like $250, you could do shit you couldn't do 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Right.
For
You know what I
less
mean?
than a
Like-
couple grand.
Like, have you guys looked into getting like your own shit? Because like you can
Oh, yeah.
do like studio shit for like $600 now. It's crazy. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm
Yeah, we
looking
got
at all this
stuff
stuff
like
lately.
that mostly for like while we're writing, while we're
Yeah.
in the writing phase and stuff like that. So we, if we write a couple riffs we like, and you know, we get something set in stone, then we can record that. It's a lot easier for me to write on that too, because I don't got to be sitting in the room with the guys trying to write lyrics and mix up my patterns and get shit how I want it.
Instead,
for
you can
hours.
you can sit by yourself with like headphones on and just go.
I don't have to rely on them.
Yes.
When we can freaking throw a couple of quick scratch tracks down, and I can take that shit right home with me. And I can
that's what
play
I mean.
with
Like
it
we
as
live
much
in the
as I
age of
want.
affordable software where you can mix
isn't that
down
a
like
nice
MP4,
thing?
FLAC, whatever the fuck you want, and
Yep.
it's, you know what I mean. You can
Makes
like
it a lot
port that to
easier.
something and
You
just
save a
work
lot of
with
money
it.
on recording by doing that too.
Fuck yeah.
Because
Yeah,
we
Make
can
the
It used to
record
be
one
our,
very
investment.
expensive, right?
yeah.
Just
We
to do,
don't
like, a
have to
demo would kill
waste
you.
all that time doing scratch tracks for each song just so
Yeah.
we can get the drum parts. When we go in the studio, we already got that.
Yeah.
We just, you know, we give him the files, he uploads it into his system, and we just go to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. That's fucking.
Probably
'cause you
cuts
can
down your
focus,
time
you know,
needing to be in there, and you
Yeah.
can get it done
But
quicker.
it does pay
Yeah.
to have a skilled operator that knows he has his own, you know, he knows how to use his own
Yes.
software.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because
I would
that'll
say
save on time and money too.
respect experience. I could definitely get on board with that. Dudes know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because we talked earlier, and you said that nothing's really off limits with you. I can fucking ask anything.
Yeah.
You know, so with that being said, it's like, we talked earlier about, you know, the construction of songs and how people like make songs work and write and shit. And you said, you know, something really uncanny to me that I've always believed. Seth, Kelly, all the old schoolers like myself or whatever. You're like, once you lose the fun, you know, and you're just so focused on like a note or two, you just took the shit out of the fun machine or whatever. You just took a shit on the fun machine, you know.
Yeah.
And you agree, you know, you said that shit. I'm like, yeah, he totally, no, he's on the right path because you have a sense of looseness to what you're doing, also, but a sense of, I noticed from your recordings, like we're obviously talking about, there's a sense of tightness to it too. That there's a professionality, obviously. You can see it in your videos, you can see it in performances, but you can tell also, like, you guys aren't taking yourself so seriously that it's like, bant down the hatches and oh my god, we're gotta get professional fast. You know, it's like, fuck that. You know, we're just doing our thing. Yeah, I like that about your band. It's really fucking cool.
It's yeah. It's, I guess, the more experience you have, the more easy it is to understand that. Because I've been in bands where we were so overly focused on getting attention.
Yes.
By trying to perform at a professional level.
Right.
And it basically ruined relationships. I've had bands just fall
Sadly,
apart
yep.
because we all had our own opinions
Too important, too serious.
and our own egos
Yep, that's a
that
good
said that
word
this
for
is
it.
how this is the way that shit's supposed to freaking be.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work if it doesn't fucking go down like this.
That's the wrong kind of attack.
And that's the
at
wrong
it.
attitude to have.
Well,
Really.
So we don't go in with like
Guns a-blazing.
choreographed fucking dance moves and shit.
Ah,
We're not
that's a
trying to
good
moonwalk on fucking stage with guitars and
With your
shit.
heads on fire.
You know?
Singing a Coke song.
doing kick flips, and pyrotechnics.
Like, yeah, as serious as it gets is how often we practice and how tight we are. So we're ready for live performance and stuff like that. But other than that,
Yeah.
the seriousness of our writing and stuff like that is slim to none.
Yeah.
We got the right mindset, I think, in that you gotta quit trying to write each song like it's the last song you're ever gonna fucking write.
Yeah. And make a good fucking
Because then you're
song,
taking
bro.
it too damn
Yeah.
seriously. If I'm trying
Like I
to,
said, you're just
and if I'm
taking
trying
like
to,
diarrhea all over the
No.
happy
Yeah.
fun
Would
land.
you say though that by
Yeah.
like being loose like that and like allowing yourself to go down weird rabbit holes that like sometimes you stumble across shit you would have like that you're good, you guys are good at that you would have never have found otherwise because it's just like you're just like, well, what happens when you kind of get riffing that way?
Because
And all of a
one
sudden,
thing
boom, you're like,
leads to
oh
that.
shit,
No,
what the, you know what I mean? Now
Yeah.
you're onto
Yeah.
something.
exactly.
Like I think, like I would say that's a healthy way to go about it. Like you're just trying to like be good at what you are. You know what I mean? You're not
Yep.
trying to be what you're not, which is, you know what I mean?
You can smell the
We're
contributing.
snapping out of that
I'm
old-
saying that right.
We're snapping
Things
out of
are
that
contrived
old
or whatever.
entertainment distribution dynamic where it was like it was supposed to be manufactured and like you were supposed to choose an image and then be that thing and then
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, no, we're just a bunch of dudes making music, and this weird fucking shit came out, and some people think it's really fun, and we have good shows, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I think that ethic is coming around a lot more with the age of the internet, because we realize, like,
it makes music better.
Yeah, as many trolls out there as there is. There's
we don't have an
there's
image.
Also a million cool people that are just looking to hang out for cool shit.
Right. Yeah, we don't have an image. We don't get on stage and we're all wearing the same fucking color.
Yeah.
We're not all freaking...
Well, I don't want to fanboy you too much, but I gotta say, now that we're on the topic, like, your band used to cover one of my previous band's songs.
Yeah.
Which now, looking back, at the time it was nothing abnormal. It was like, oh, cool. Younger people doing our shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be damned.
Yeah.
And we used to get up on stage, Seth and I would, and just
Audio
rock
genius.
You said it, buddy. And it was cool because it was bonding experience. But I wouldn't be able to have known then. We'd be sitting here in the studio now, bullshitting about your new fucking shit coming out, and it's like, well, I'll be. Who's playing chess now, bitch? Got bitch slapped, you know? No, in a good way. Like, I told you out back earlier, I'm like, I'm fucking proud of you, man. You've just, I know I said it earlier, it's just fucking astounding from my perception, you know? It's like, wow.
No, those are some of the...
Could have known that.
Those are some of the best experices I think we had.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Because even us,
the photos
we were so young and
dumb,
you know,
and full of
as musicians and just being in the scene, like, we looked up to you guys.
Well,
absolutely.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, we were at practice one day, and Kenny.
Yeah, fucking
go figure, of all people, who is now jamming with you.
No, it's just good. Oh yeah.
Now jamming with you in Chemical Halo.
Enough, I'm fucking proud
he come
to
into
say,
practice and started jamming Audio Genius on his freaking guitar, and we were all like, "How fucking cool do you think that would be if we showed up to Summer Skate?
Yeah.
Opening up for King Snyder." And we freaking played We played Audio Genius by Shovel Barn. How sweet was that? And then
I like how you say that, man.
It's a badass move.
Oh, your voice has gotten deep over there.
And then lo and behold, to actually have these guys come up on stage with us, and perform that song with it. And I didn't even have to do nothing. I was just like,
giggles, you know.
Here comes Brad. Here comes Seth. Here's the microphone.
You'd be like, fuck yeah, this is awesome.
I don't know. Can I ask you now? I'm almost 40. Am I still allowed to get up with Rabid Panda and do a song if I want to?
Why the fuck not?
Right on, buddy. You vice versa too.
I don't care.
Chemical Halo, get up there and fucking stick a fucking hammer up your ass. That'd be awesome. Got a hammer in my ass. Yeah, hammers are cool. There's one in my ass. All right, we're being jackasses. No, it's fun. That's the whole point. It's just fucking got to be fun, man.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely does.
Just take it out of the.
But I mean, like, if you you know what I mean, bands have that mentality, and you guys cross over like that with each other, like, people are gonna pick up on that as show. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, wow, this is fucking fun. This is funny. You see what's going on? It's craziness. You know what I mean? Like, people remember that sticks. You know what I mean? So you're like, yeah, a bunch of us like this and a couple other bands are playing down here next weekend. You know what I mean? It's like you might start getting a traveling crowd. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen it happen. Slander used to do it a lot. You know what I mean? Like
with who?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Like a whore.
No,
like a whore. No.
Closing it up. Damn, let the lights.
Some of the funnest nights of my life have been at King Slander shows. I'm not even
Hallelujah, motherfucker. Hallelujah. We had our fun. Yeah, we had lots of fun. Alright.
Hell yeah.
That RV was just a fucking great place to hang out. We'll just fucking start talking about that. Was it not, Mr.
Yeah,
Williams?
I had some good times in
You
that.
did have some fun on the Kingston RV.
Yeah.
I guess I can say, tell us more. Fuck it, I got a statute of limitations, right? It's been like at least 10 years or longer, however it's legally. Yeah, just put it in there. Tell us. One story. Any
story?
Any story from your RV days. Or our RV days.
This is a pretty fun one.
I should say.
It was at Nick's Stock, one of the many years that we did it.
Boy.
Oh yeah.
Here comes the pain.
Oh boy.
Where's the lube?
I was up
Jesus.
Probably freaking all night.
Oh, I bet.
And well, I come strolling over to the RV and I got in and you were just getting out of bed. And I don't know.
Well,
I don't even know if you remember this because I have.
What are you doing in my bed?
I have a hard time recollecting some things from those nights, but I come in and I scooped you up, and it was my job. At least I saw it as being my job to get you
oh, Jesus. This is great.
to your chair from your bed in the back of the RV.
Who gave the shit job?
And this is the day. This is the day we officially became blood brothers.
Oh my God! Oh yeah, buddy, nice.
So I scooped you up, and at some point throughout the night, I had bumped my head on something, and I had a little gash or something. And I was bleeding just a little bit still from the events of the night before.
It's a fucking Nick Stock wound. It's all good.
Yeah, it's no big
Shit
deal.
happens, man.
And so I grabbed you up,
Oh, jeez.
I scooped you up, and I cradled you
Like a mother bird.
like a mother bird tending to her young. And I brought you to the front of the RV. And as we made our way out through the doorway and down the two freaking treacherous steps,
My own day, friend.
I just barely managed to squeeze both me and you sideways through the door and rake the side of your hand
No, I bet.
across the door and cut the back side of your hand open.
Uh-oh.
So now we're both bleeding.
Airborne toxic.
Yeah, and I finally freaking get you into your chair and settled. Oh, thank you, brother. I love you so much. And I lean in to give you a big brotherly hug. And you freaking come at me from the side. Full freaking side slash and slap the fucking shit right out of me with your bloody ass hand right on the side of my head where I was bleeding. I had my cut and you go, there.
Oh, fuck.
Now we're blood brothers, motherfucker. Just like that.
And that's how you right from
Yeah,
Holy
Oh, you
fuck.
didn't hear that from me.
Yeah.
That was a fact. Oh, Jesus, that was a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy. And then what happened?
Blood brothers, hence
I
that
know that
day.
story's not over.
And that from there, I'm pretty sure it was
Who has
about.
skinny dip or murder?
I think it was like 7:30 in the frickin' morning, and we made our way to the beer tent to get started for another round.
Oh, boy.
That was a long weekend.
You'll have to tell me about that
It
sometime.
was a good time.
Oh, that sounds
that beer
fun.
tent at Nick Stock is
I'll have to
dangerous.
read the book.
Oh yeah, the night before that was even worse. Like,
Oh, my God.
it was bad. I'm not even. This is a bad one.
Don't go.
And I have-
really a bad one.
No, I gotta go there now.
It has nothing to do with my
I'm gonna go
vehicles,
public
right?
with this
All right, none of
motherfucker.
my property was involved.
Very, very few of my very close friends know this story.
All right.
And I've got actually, it's just this last Saturday I celebrated 4 years of sobriety,
Good for you, man.
which is awesome for me. Because if you knew me freaking
I
5
do.
to 15 years
Yeah.
ago, even you were saying thank God
Yeah.
or whatever
Yo,
is there.
yeah, no,
this
you
motherfucker.
seem really
You're
at
kinda
peace
like
and
a
cool
homo.
about it,
I
though.
mean,
Like, you're not all like,
lady man.
you're not like how some people get all like white knuckle, hey, about it. You seem really relaxed
Oh,
about it.
yeah.
You're just at peace
Yeah.
with it. That's cool. You know what I mean?
you're
People
gonna
do what you gotta
man.
do.
This is my
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah, well,
You know?
yeah.
I think
But-
that's why I vetted you for like one of our first like exclusives, if you will, because I've watched this thing mammoth into this thing, and it's like, wow, fuck, holy shit, there really is a rabid panda after me, you know? Like, what has it become? Look out, everybody!
Well, I'm just saying, it's like, I'm definitely like, I can identify because there's definitely things now. But I'm like, I'm too old to be doing that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you get to that point, you're like,
And
you
I was
start
like,
cutting
gray
stuff
hairs
out.
in
You know what I
the
mean? You
shower.
realize you gotta
That
cut
was
the dumb
bad
stuff
for a long
out. You know what I
time.
mean?
Well, fucking. So here's this short bet.
Yep.
And this is the first time I've ever freaking gone like somewhat public with this story.
All right.
But,
Well, it's going up.
So here we go.
All right, go ahead.
So the night before we became blood brothers, I fucking. You're already laughing, which is I haven't even
Oh,
started.
this is so good for my lungs. Thanks for warming me up for
I'm telling
Next
you.
Stock 2014.
So the night before I was hammered and probably experimenting with multiple different kinds of hallucinogenics and
Fun.
speed, whatever.
Look out.
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah.
And it was probably about 1 o'clock in the morning.
We
I
call that
don't
the
even really
reality
know because I
thing,
had no perception of time. But
Then that means you're doing it
I
right.
realized that I had to take a shit real bad.
They always
Place
come out
Next
the
Stock is
worst.
not
And it
a
was
place.
awful.
Gigs.
Bad place. So it's pitch
Nah,
freaking
that's
dark
good,
outside, and I'm hauling ass trying to find the line of freaking shitters that are outside this tree line.
Oh no! Please don't tell him.
Off
Go ahead.
off the side of the stage, and I'm freaking coming up, and I'm looking, and it's pitch black, and I'm looking for the green dot. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
On the slide handle on the porta-john door, and I'm
yeah.
looking for the green dot, the one that's vacant. And I'm going past them, and I gotta go so bad, I'm looking red, fuck, red, green, yes, and I had, I bolted inside this freaking thing. I had to go so bad, and I didn't think twice about it. I freaking ripped my drawers down, I sit down, and I just fucking let her fly. And it's dark, I can't see anything, but I just feel this overly warm sensation of, like, creaminess flow up through my loins and up my backside of my crack.
It was creamy.
And I thought about it, I'm like, something's not right here. And the fucking toilet lid was down. And I'm like, oh, I am covered in shit.
Oh, dude.
Come on, next thing.
I am just covered, and I'm like, oh my god.
Covered.
Well, what am I gonna do? You know, there's hundreds of people outside.
Oh god, dude,
wandering.
it's like everybody's worst nightmare.
You got me now. Listen, you know what Seth did once, right? On stage with Shovel Barn. You heard this in his fucking Puma sweatpants.
What?
He shit his white.
Oh, it was so.
Had to
Oh
play
man.
facing like a totem pole the rest of the gig, like without turning him. We all knew it. You could smell that shit, dude. Literally.
Oh no, it gets better.
Fucking great. All right, go ahead.
So I'm looking out the side screens. There's those two slots on the side.
Yeah.
Where it lets it kind of lets it air out. It allows
Just
for feed.
Yeah. Yep.
And I'm looking out, and I'm looking to see if people are walking back and forth past, waiting for nobody to be around, and I book ass out of this thing.
Book ass.
Yeah, I just cleaned up as good as I could
Yeah.
at the time, and I hauled ass out. And there's a pond there. Because it's a campground where they hold festival every year.
Man.
So I'm trucking.
Yep.
Probably walking like
For the
a disfigured duck, trying to get to this freaking pond.
You're a dog.
And I jump in
covered in shit, running for the pond. Like a dog.
And I get in this freaking pond with all my clothes on and everything, and I just douche out as hard as I fucking can to get cleaned up. And then, after a couple minutes, I figured I was good, and I was here. There, I was just so fucking messed up that I just didn't care anymore, and made my way back for the beer tent. And so about 6:30 comes around, and the sun's coming up, and it's nice and it's warm outside, and I'm on my way over to the RV to get you.
Yeah.
Where we eventually become blood brothers
Oh,
that
yeah,
morning.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
And I look off, I veer
I
off
didn't
to the
realize
left
you were
where the
having
pond
shit all
was,
over you.
and I realize that there's people actually swimming in there, freaking
Oh god.
bouncing around a volleyball and shit.
Yeah, they didn't have their clothes on at the time.
Playing freaking volleyball with
Anyways.
no fucking net,
Yeah.
stewing in a pond full of my
Yeah.
fecal matter.
Well, they dumped my cripple ass
I
in
was
there
just
one
like,
night.
oh my
they just were
God.
like, yeah, Brad needs a bath. Put him in the pond, let
But,
him go
yeah.
for a while, you know. Then we'll just haul him out, put him in his chair, you know.
But
It was a
I'm
great
pretty
flush.
sure that's what started the epic pink eye plague
Oh,
of
God, yeah.
2011.
Which let's, because just for all matter of fact, we are promoting Nick Stock for 2014, which you and I talked about the possibility maybe of some things coming up and different things. We gotta keep it at that. But it has evolved over the years. Like Nick does get a lot of shit for his festival, but I've got to say it just been documented alone. Like what is it, 37 years or 37th anniversary or some shit. And it's 2 a summer, so you got to remember, like, that's double whatever. Fucking, I'm not good at math. But you get my drift. Like,
Fuck, man.
Obviously, the guy's got some
Fuck, man.
stamina,
Yeah.
is my point, you know. He's like, to be, because I know what it takes to sustain in a world of doubt, you know, like, oh, you can't, oh, this sucks, oh, this sucks, oh, you're not doing it right, and you're always under somebody's fucking scrutiny, you know, it's just part of being alive, you know. And Nick has taken a lot of shit. So my point is, like, I've seen Evolve in 2014 is going to be a whole different thing because now it's a Champion Speedway and they got a go-kart track and shit, bro. It's fucking rad, man. It's like It's like Disneyland on.
Can you ride the fucking
Not
go-karts?
literally.
Yep.
though?
Oh yeah.
You
all
can
night
ride the
long.
go-karts
all night long.
Yeah.
Well, the techno's going on down the hill.
Yeah,
Yeah, after the metals are done, it goes all.
It's a full-on rave. Girls
And you
covered
can
in
drive
glow
go-karts
paint.
and be all, whoa, I'm
Listen.
driving a go-kart on
We
whatever
should,
you're having
we
fun
should
on,
probably,
you know,
yeah,
so
I don't know how much we should divulge.
yeah, because we want people to go.
I have a
and
lot
not
of fun
feel
at
like-
Nick's stock.
That's why I
We'll
said
put
it,
it
'cause I
that
don't
way.
feel
I've
like
had a
it'd be
lot of
virus, you know.
what the fuck, like
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know,
got history.
good experiences.
Yep.
Like
It
last
deserves
year's was so intense that it like kicked off a series of events for me that have led me to where I currently am. It kind of like steamrolled into me wanting to pursue shit. Where I was like, fuck you 9 to 5, fuck this bullshit. I was like, I'll finish school. I'm just, you know, fuck it, dive in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know, and
Yep.
this year I'm hoping it's just, you know, we get a couple acts that we all know, we all have a lot of fun, and maybe we can get a draw.
Yep. Yeah. No, that's.
And
It's gonna be a
afterwards,
great
it just
time.
be, you know, like Vegas. What happens there stays there.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
Absolutely, man. It's fucking.
Live
why
a little,
not?
fuckers.
Yeah.
Lame dick
No,
generation.
this podcast is awesome. I'm actually really,
Wow.
I'm really excited about this whole segment we've been doing. It's
Wow.
like, yeah, no, I'm
Do you have
just,
a boner?
it's like, no, I had a great opportunity to,
Thank
you know,
you. No,
do
thank
a
you.
little promotion for my band and upcoming
Yeah.
events and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, check out this freaking new podcast, fucking Rabid Pandas on it. You can hear me talk about fucking shitting myself silly. And
It's great.
Oh, we're
Where
having-
else you gonna hear these stories and shit, right?
it's a good time. I like to talk
Exactly.
about poop.
And I just wanted an excuse to
I
hang
just-
out with you, buddy.
It's the more you know.
I swear to God, that
thing,
was
you know?
it. I just used to ploy. Hey, I know how to get in over here. Fuck it, you know, you're already over earlier. So okay, you want to stay? You want to stay the night? We're already at the studio. And that's fucking rad that you just popped into like Facebook today. It's like, hey, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, fucking hey, buddy, to you. What are you doing? What are you? Want to come over? Like, we're fucking 8 years old. You want to come to my house? You know, I'm like,
Well,
fuck it,
yeah.
why not, man? I'm not doing shit today.
Yeah,
You
I
just
got a
fucking
little free time. I
ran
caught
out
a
of the
little,
studio, I meant to say.
a little layoff
Yeah.
between jobs. You know, I worked for the Carpenters Union, and
Yep.
I got a little break. I call it vacation time, but what it is, it's a layoff.
Oh yeah.
And it's because
I know that stuff
If you-
works.
you know,
Done
for-
it myself.
yeah.
Yep. I know
so
that
for
stuff
whoever
works.
checks out the Meat Muzzle
Yep.
love that
song, or you know
That's
the,
a
the
riot
lyric
title.
video,
Yep.
they'll get to figure it all out. Basically, the song is
Oh,
about.
trust me, man. Like, listen, any Facebook page, your page, where you can get your music, all that stuff, I'll make sure is tagged in this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
People definitely should check it out. But that's what we're talking about here. We're trying to have people just come over and hang out and just bullshit and get
Yeah.
to know like your local scene, and like we're talking
Yeah,
about
thanks,
stuff,
bro.
trying to put on cool
Yeah.
stuff. We're trying to do stuff for the community, man.
Yeah,
Fuck this. It's just
we
like
really
community
are.
service, fuckers.
It might look in
Yeah,
the
man,
skies
like-
of some kind of weird, what the fuck are they doing on
Yeah.
what? Who? It's like, no, we're just going to a studio somewhere, you know, and recording bullshit.
No, let's be honest.
That's all. And then we go to bed. And it's
This,
like, well, we
this
don't go to
episode
bed
is for all the
together.
people from the
You
area.
know,
This is for all
whatever.
the people that from the
Yeah, we're doing it
Elmira,
for
whatever
the people,
area,
man.
like surrounding areas.
Sounds douchey,
You know the people we're talking about in these bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what we mean? We're like, Elmira fucking sucks. And there's nothing going on.
And if you're bitching about it, you
And-
better do something about it.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to
exactly.
interrupt, but
Instead
that's
of
my
like, you know,
ultimate view.
complainers, we
Yep.
want to try to do something.
Sit around and
about it.
bitch all you want, but we're gonna get up and just be like, oh,
Exactly.
we're gonna have a show,
Yeah.
because we can. You know,
Go
why
to-
not?
go to
And
a
then my
fucking
buddy
show.
can come over and I can brag about how proud I am of him, you know? You know, and
Like
it's-
that's the kind of
you're
thing,
like,
like the
fuck
things
yeah,
you notice
you
in
know,
life,
it's
like
rad.
where you're like, why doesn't somebody do that? Like that's probably the thing you should be doing. You know what I mean? It's like you're like, well, if you notice that, why don't you do that? And
Yeah,
it like never
exactly.
dawns on
Yep.
people. You know what I mean?
It's that
They just-
easy until you
Yeah.
start doing it. You're like, oh, it is that easy. Just tag some shit, throw a couple videos out, and be like, well, I guess we're committed now. Fuck yeah. Right?
Got this
was
train
kind of
rolling.
thought we'd get to like maybe 2 or 3 episodes.
Well,
guys.
well,
I
no.
hate to hate on it
Yeah,
now, but
2 or 3. We're at, like
I'm proud of
19
it.
now,
It's
and
crazy.
this thing
19
is just
in,
train
like,
rolled into whatever it
couple
is, and it
months or
just keeps
whatever.
mutating weirder and weirder. And
it's weird, all right.
there's no limits to this fucking thing. I have no idea where it's gonna end up. Wait
Took
till
a
we get a little
snake.
more funding, folks. I'm gonna like really take it up a notch. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do some crazy shit.
Good shit is coming up. Fuck yeah.
Yep.
That's rad. So,
Yeah, I'm glad
can
I
My
ask-
like
I
eventual
wanted
goal
to
would
ask
be able to
you,
like I
so
want to
yeah,
do a certain
yeah.
kind of podcast where like I could do a green room one with like a band before a show, like maybe like 3 hours before the show starts,
Yeah.
and then like
That's a great
be like,
idea.
all right, now fuckers, come down and show the show because we could like do it live. I'd
That'd
love
be
to
sweet.
be,
Yeah.
but that takes
The
funding
exclusive
and time and
interviews
patience,
shit.
and we're growing this.
Yep.
But like, come on, people,
You
we
do
can do
that.
some crazy shit though.
Yeah. And we do sound like goofballs, and we realize we're having a good time, but that's the whole point we just went back to before. Like, we do fucking work. Like it's, but you said earlier this afternoon we were just bullshitting about doing
People
a
want
podcast.
reality TV. How about some
work and
actual
play,
reality
you know?
TV?
Yeah.
Right.
How about
yeah.
what's really going on? Like how
Yeah.
people really fucking act and
All
really
that reality
talk.
shit's
Yeah.
staged.
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly.
Yeah,
How about like
bullshit,
watching some
trite
real
shit.
shit?
It's all contrite, but yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
get me started. It's like just a mad
The fucking
war upon
cancerous disease
asses.
that's descended upon us.
A toxic city.
Oh man, the juggernaut of like current modern day media is a mind
Really
fuck.
still cracking. Yeah.
And now we're getting all Alex Jones conspiracy theory.
And on that note, man, this old fart needs to take a piss.
Yeah, it's been like an hour. I don't know. I feel you guys cool.
I
Everybody
feel,
cool.
yeah, I had a
I feel
good
like you
time.
got it.
Thanks,
Check out
buddy.
Rabbit Panda. We will link everything up. June 1st,
Thanks,
DFD, Rabbit Panda,
Yeah.
Chemical Halo,
Yeah.
Ruin Nation.
Check out our meat muzzle video.
Yeah.
Meat Muzzle
It's
video.
about
It's not.
jerking off at work in the bathroom and getting paid for it. It's
It's the American dream.
Let's
Yeah.
just say, if your 8-year-old daughter
If you're not
watching
doing that
pony
with your
videos,
life as a
maybe
single
this
man,
isn't such a good,
And you're like working a shit job, you're
you know,
doing it
it's a
wrong.
great idea.
You
I'm
should be
telling
jerking
you.
off on the company
Just don't let your
dollar.
employer find
Right.
out about it, because
Yeah.
you know,
If
you
got
end up
somebody
laid
later,
off.
you're
Exactly,
like,
it's part of the
Yeah,
thrill,
like,
man. It's
oh,
got-
what the fuck are you watching?
It's part of the thrill.
What the
It's like,
fuck are
can
you
you be all
watching?
like, can you be all James Bond suave about jerking off? You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
why not? Write a
just pull
song
it
about
off,
that
no big
shit.
deal.
Yeah, oh, there's nothing suave
Only
about
Ian
this
Williams
song.
could do that, you know.
There's nothing smooth about it.
Yeah, I mean,
Or moral.
that's
I
fucking
raised you
awesome.
well, son.
That's
You'll
awesome.
one day write a song about jerking off everywhere. I'm proud.
It happens. I
I'm
guarantee
so
you
proud.
that shit happens thousands of times every day in
Oh,
America.
hell yeah, it does.
All over the country.
Easiest 25
Probably millions
bucks
of
I ever
times.
made in my life.
Dudes
Yep.
jerk off. Sorry.
It happens.
Blatant
do.
points, people.
In the
You
bathroom
know,
at work.
everyone jerks off. There's just some people are liars.
Even your boss does it, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, everybody touches themselves.
Yeah, don't feel bad about it when you fucking gotta go rub one out at work because you're having a
It's
fucking
actually
hard
good
day.
for you. It's stress reliever.
You're having a fucking
Fuck
hard
taking a
time.
Xanax, go rub one out real quick.
Yep.
Use the natural method.
Punch yourself in
I'm
the
like a
fucking
holistic
head until it
kind of
hurts.
guy. Justifying jerk off for work.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Oh,
Listen,
don't mind me.
check
Yeah.
everything out. We're gonna keep everything posted about the DFD show.
Yeah, that
we'll
one too.
show all the links for this. It's Rabbit Panda, Ian Williams. Thank you.
Ian.
You betcha.
Fucking
Fun,
thank you.
funny
Small
as hell.
applause in my head
This is
'cause
like
I
the
don't
best
clap
podcast
so
we've
well.
ever done. So, on that note, we're going out on a high one. Be easy, people. Stay safe. Stay away from the police. Make good decisions. Yada, yada, yada. You know better.